Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our English Learning Story channel. Today, we are going to listen to an interesting story called A Day Without Electricity. This story is perfect for beginners and intermediate English learners. You will learn useful English vocabulary, daily expressions, and natural conversations while following a family's experience during an unexpected power outage. So relax, listen carefully, and enjoy today's story. Let's begin. My name is Benny, and I will never forget the day our neighborhood lost electricity for an entire day. At first, it seemed like a small problem, but as the hours passed, I realized how much electricity affects our daily lives. That day taught me valuable lessons about gratitude, patience, creativity, and the importance of spending time with family. It was a Saturday morning, and I woke up later than usual because there was no school. The sunlight was shining brightly through my window, and everything seemed normal. I stretched my arms, got out of bed, and walked toward the bathroom. After washing my face and brushing my teeth, I returned to my room and reached for my phone. However, when I pressed the power button, nothing happened. The battery had completely died during the night. I plugged the phone charger into the wall, but the phone still did not charge. At first, I thought the charger was broken. Then I noticed that my electric fan had stopped working. The room felt unusually quiet. I walked into the living room and asked my mother, "Mom, is there a problem with the electricity?" She looked up from the kitchen and nodded. "Yes, the electricity went out early this morning." "When will it come back?" "I'm not sure," she replied. At that moment, I wasn't very concerned. I assumed the electricity would return within an hour or two. After all, power outages usually didn't last very long. I sat down to eat breakfast with my family. Since the television wasn't working, we spent more time talking than usual. My father laughed and said, "Looks like we'll have to survive without technology today." My younger sister immediately looked worried. "What about my cartoons?" she asked. Everyone laughed. After breakfast, I planned to spend some time watching videos online and playing games. Unfortunately, neither option was possible. My phone battery was dead, the internet router had no power, and the television remained black. I walked around the house feeling bored. Normally, electricity powered almost everything around us. The lights, fans, television, refrigerator, internet, and chargers all depended on it. Without electricity, the house felt strangely different. As the morning continued, the temperature began to rise. The fans remained still, and the rooms became warmer. I opened the windows to let fresh air enter the house. My mother noticed my boredom. "Why don't you help me today?" she suggested. "Help you with what?" I asked. "We need to clean the house." I sighed quietly. Cleaning was not my favorite activity. However, I had nothing else to do. For the next hour, my sister and I helped sweep the floors, clean the furniture, and organize several rooms. Surprisingly, the time passed faster than expected. As we worked together, we talked and laughed. My mother shared stories from her childhood. She explained that when she was young, electricity was not always available. "We spent much more time outside," she said. "What did you do for fun?" I asked. "We played games, talked with friends, and explored nature." It sounded very different from modern life. After finishing the cleaning, I stepped outside. The weather was beautiful. The sky was bright blue and a gentle breeze moved through the trees. I noticed several neighborhood children playing soccer in an open field nearby. Normally, many of them would stay indoors using phones, computers, or televisions. Today was different. Since nobody had electricity, everyone seemed to be spending more time outside. One of my friends saw me standing nearby. "Dara!" he shouted. "Come play with us." I hesitated for a moment, then I joined them. We spent hours running, laughing, and playing soccer together. The game became more exciting as more children joined. Some were skilled players, others were beginners, but nobody cared. We were simply having fun. As we played, I realized something interesting. I had not thought about my phone for several hours. I had been so busy enjoying the moment that I completely forgot about technology. By lunchtime, everyone was exhausted. I returned home feeling tired but happy. My mother had prepared a simple meal. During lunch, we talked about our morning activities. My father explained that the power company was repairing a problem affecting several neighborhoods. Unfortunately, nobody knew exactly when the electricity would return. After lunch, the weather became even hotter. Without fans or air conditioning, the house felt warm and uncomfortable. My sister complained repeatedly. "I'm melting," she said dramatically. Everyone laughed. To stay cool, my mother suggested sitting outside under a large tree in our yard. The shade provided some relief from the heat. We brought chairs outside and spent the afternoon together. My father began telling stories from his childhood. Some stories were funny, others were inspiring. One story involved a bicycle accident that happened when he was a teenager. Another story described his first job. My sister and I listened carefully. Usually everyone was busy with different activities. Today, without electricity, we had more time to simply talk. As the afternoon continued, my father suggested playing traditional games. At first, my sister and I weren't interested. However, after trying a few games, we discovered they were surprisingly fun. Soon, everyone was laughing and competing. Hours passed without anyone noticing. As evening approached, the sky slowly changed color. The sunset painted the horizon with shades of orange, red, and gold. Without television or internet distractions, we paid more attention to nature. The sunset looked more beautiful than usual. After dinner, the electricity was still unavailable. Darkness gradually covered the neighborhood. Fortunately, we had candles and flashlights. My mother lit several candles, creating a warm glow throughout the house. The atmosphere felt peaceful and different. We gathered around the dining table and continued talking. My father asked an interesting question. "What did everyone learn today?" My sister answered first. "I learned that living without cartoons is possible." Everyone laughed. Then my mother shared her thoughts. "I learned that sometimes unexpected situations help us appreciate what we have." Finally, it was my turn. I thought carefully before answering. "I learned that I spend too much time looking at screens." The room became quiet. Then my father nodded. "I think many people do." He was right. That day had shown me how dependent I had become on technology. Whenever I felt bored, I immediately reached for my phone. Whenever I had free time, I watched videos or played games. Without electricity, I was forced to find other activities. As a result, I spent more time with my family. I exercised more. I enjoyed nature. I had meaningful conversations. I created real memories. Eventually, we prepared for bed. The electricity had still not returned. I lay in bed and looked through the window. The night sky seemed brighter than usual. Without many lights around the neighborhood, I could see more stars. They sparkled beautifully against the dark sky. As I reflected on the day, I realized something important. Electricity is an incredible invention that makes life easier and more comfortable. However, happiness does not come from electricity alone. Happiness can come from friendships. Happiness can come from family. Happiness can come from simple moments and meaningful experiences. Sometimes we become so focused on technology that we forget to appreciate the world around us. That day reminded me that life offers many forms of entertainment, learning, and joy beyond screens. Just before I fell asleep, something unexpected happened. The lights suddenly turned on. The fan began spinning. The refrigerator started humming again. The electricity had finally returned. My sister cheered from her room. My parents laughed. I smiled too. But surprisingly, I wasn't as excited as I thought I would be. Instead, I felt grateful. Grateful for electricity. Grateful for my family. And grateful for the lessons I had learned during a day without power. That unexpected power outage had started as an inconvenience, yet it became one of the most memorable days of my life. It taught me that sometimes the things we think we need are not as important as the people around us. And sometimes losing one convenience can help us discover something even more valuable. Thank you for listening to today's English learning story. I hope you enjoyed a day without electricity and learned useful English vocabulary and expressions. Remember, sometimes life's greatest lessons come from unexpected situations. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more English learning stories. See you in the next story. Goodbye.